Hi Kevin, Property Soldier here. I just wanted to do this quick video because I get a lot of people saying yes, but what if with regards to serviced accommodation, so the yes but brigade. And so I just wanted to address a few of the things that people are often saying to me that they're worried about or they hear other people worrying about. And so what if the government brings in regulations around serviced accommodation? Yeah, fine, valid point. We've seen regulation come in on HMO, haven't we? And let's be honest, it's been well overdue. It is stopping rogue landlords going on unchallenged and running unregulated HMOs, overcrowding them, etc. And actually, how long has it taken for HMOs to become properly regulated? Too long, probably. And so logic suggests that serviced accommodation at some point in the future might be scrutinised too. And actually, I welcome that. I think we have nothing to worry about. Those of us that intend operating our serviced accommodation units properly, I don't think there's anything at all for us to be concerned with. Because we will see it coming. We will see it coming from a long time off. People say, "Oh yeah, but what if regulations? Isn't that going to stop us?" And they, you're going to have to, overnight you'll have to shut down. Well, no, that doesn't bear up under any scrutiny. That's not logical. It will be announced in advance, just like serviced accommodation. And beg your pardon, just like Section 24 was announced, and we knew it was coming. And we were able to prepare for it in advance, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to move largely into serviced accommodation space, because Section 24 was going to impact my buy-to-let and HMO property investing significantly, whereas these properties are owned in my own name, because that was the right advice in the past, wasn't it, to be buying properties in our own names. But then the government pulled the rug from underneath us and announced Section 24, which means that I was no longer going to be able to offset my mortgage interest, and the government is stripping that mortgage interest rate relief away, and that ultimately means that you're going to be paying an awful lot more tax on your property income. And so if and when you move into serviced accommodation, it becomes trading income, not investment income, and you can then still offset your mortgage interest once you qualify under furnished holiday let HMRC rules. So I was able to prepare. I knew what was coming, and I was able to prepare for that. So my point is that whatever is announced on the horizon with serviced accommodation, we will be able to prepare. So let's say they bring in licensing. Well, great. As long as you have got nothing to worry about, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get whatever the license is required. What if they implement a planning use class specific to furnished holiday let / serviced accommodation? What if they do that? Well, history suggests that existing properties, people that are already doing it, will get grandfather rights. So we've seen that happen with B&Bs when they brought in specific planning for B&Bs. We've seen that with HMOs when they brought that in. Existing people that are already doing it are allowed to continue as long as they comply with the current regulations that are put in place. So please don't worry about what may be on the horizon and what might come along in the future. As long as you properties properly set up, you are properly insured, and your company structure is correct, and you're operating within normal health and safety guidelines, then you honestly are going to have nothing to worry about if regulation comes in. But at the end of the day, let's face it. Let's look at this realistically. If for some bizarre reason that serviced accommodation became not as good as it currently is, I'm really enjoying my serviced accommodation investing right now. I enjoy it a lot more than buy-to-let and HMO, and I've still got buy-to-lets and HMOs. But if in the future I wasn't enjoying it as much, and let's say another strategy came along that became the new thing, the new exciting thing, that was a better return on my time, a better return on my money, then guess what? I could do that instead, couldn't I? Because the properties that I'm currently using as service accommodation, the ones that I own, I could sell them, couldn't I? Or I could let them out as buy-to-let, or I could let them out as HMOs if they're appropriate for that. Or I could move those properties into the new kid on the block strategy. So honestly, I do not worry about the future. I don't think you should worry about it too. I definitely think that you should make hay whilst the sun shines and not worry too much about the what if brigade saying what's going to happen in the future, and therefore I'm not going to do anything, because actually I think those people are just trying to convince themselves to stay inside their comfort zone. Now, don't get me wrong, I always need to caveat the old Section 24 scenario with the fact that if you're buying properties in limited companies do buy-to-let and HMO, yes, you can still offset your mortgage interest because limited companies still can. But at the end of the day, the profits are not as high because you've got those associated costs with limited companies, and you have to pay tax, dividend tax, etc., to take money out of limited companies. So it's not as good a playing field as it used to be. To stick with that analogy, the government moved the goalpost, didn't they? So that's why I'm doing service accommodation. And that's why I suggest that people should definitely give it a go as well, and don't worry too much about the scaremongers out there. And the other aspect, the other thing that people do, and the people that I'm teaching at Progressive in service accommodation, is rent to SA and SA management. Well, guess what? You can give those back. Okay, so there's not going to be an announcement overnight that means that you can't, accept your guests the next day. Okay, so if you see something coming in the future, then you can prepare for that too, and if necessary, hand your rent to SAs back. So I hope you found that short video useful. Anyone got any comments, anything that they'd like me to address, anything that they'd like me to answer, any more what ifs, then put them in the comments. If you think that this has been useful for you, give me a like. If you think you want to see more videos like this on this subject, then let me know. Obviously, share any post that you think is useful with people you think that might find it useful. Ask away in the comments section. I'm going to finish this video as I always do, in that, here's to your success in service accommodation. And remember, your future needs you.